Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. Welcome. My name is Marcia de Abreu, the moderator for today's event. We are happy to welcome you to the WFWP webinar for Women Entrepreneurship, hosted by the Women's Federation for World Peace International. WFWP was founded in 1992, and it is an NGO in general consultative status with the United Nations Economic and Social Council, ECOSOC. It is active in more than 120 nations throughout the world. WFWP series with the name WFWP Perspective started just last year in 2020, and this is the second of a series of webinars on women entrepreneurship. While each nation is currently facing challenging situations and difficult decisions due to COVID-19, WFWPI aims to empower women and families through various webinars where we can share experiences and ideas to help resolve those difficulties. So now I'm happy to officially start our WFWP webinar on women entrepreneurship. We want to give our panelists an opportunity to share with us their thoughts on the theme women entrepreneurship. Self-employment has been blossoming over the past decade. WFWP would like to introduce 4 women entrepreneurs worldwide who evaluated their ideas for a successful business. Panelists will present their best practice successes and the decision-making processes that have contributed to effectively tackling the enormous crisis in their diverse areas of responsibility. Let me invite now our first guest speaker, Madame Helena Tanau. I would like to highlight a few of the information that you have seen on the screen previously. A prominent and highly respected business professional, Madame Tanau has built and expanded a publicly listed international travel and tourism business called Top Knisis Travel Public Limited over the past 30 years. She is Vice President of the International Chambers of Commerce in Cyprus and a recipient of the prestigious Madame Figaro Businesswoman of the Year Award in 2012. Madame Tanau serves on the board of the Business Advisory Council of the University of Cyprus and the University of Nicosia. She's a founding member of the Rotary Club Nicosia Aspelia since 1995 and has also been on the board of directors of World Vision. Please join me in welcoming Madame Tanau.
Good morning, everybody. I extend my greetings to you from the capital of Cyprus, Nicosia. I will now share my screen. Cyprus is a Greek island in the Eastern Mediterranean with almost 1 million inhabitants and 4 million tourists every year, at least before the pandemic. I'm honored to speak to you today, and I'm about now to share with you my professional journey. Let me sorry for this. Yes. I will share with you my travels and also the journey of my career. From a young age, I traveled extensively with my parents due to my father's job. I always found it very fascinating exploring new destinations, cultures, monuments, cuisine, music, and people. These experiences made me decide to study travel and tourism management in Switzerland back in 1980 to 83. Following my studies, I had the opportunity to work in UK. That was a great experience at the time because British travelers were already well-traveled and demanding customers. In 1987, I returned to Cyprus and explored the chance to open my own travel agency. Then in 2020, there was the boom of the Cyprus Stock Exchange, where I was already a credible businesswoman, aimed always to quality and work with ethos. Thus, I bought shares and became the vice president of Top Kinesis, a public company listed in the Cyprus Stock Exchange. Now, I started my own business at the age of 25, and that was really a niche area because at that time, there were 480 travel agencies in Cyprus. And although we were a touristic island, everybody was saying to me, you will fail because there are so many travel agencies on the island. But I found the niche that wasn't available in the market. The gap was that there was nobody knowing the faraway destinations like Africa, Latin America, Australia, which I knew very, very well because I was traveling extensively. So I gathered the first funds to establish my travel agency from my work in the UK, and I had the support of my parents as well. I started small, but I always aimed and thought big. We are the biggest tour operator in Cyprus today with offices in Athens as well, and we offer the following services, as you can see on the screen: outgoing and incoming travel, conferences, handling conferences, airline representation like Air Malta, Air Canada, etc. We represent cruise liners like MSC, Cunard Princess. We handle EU programs which have sustained us in this pandemic in a way. And we've been proactive with technology where we established our online bookings platform, topkinesis.com, where out of the 25 million euros turnover, 22 million euros are online reservations, and that started back in 2004. Now, the brand of Top Kinesis is not just an image. It is a holistic approach that connects us with our clients, which in turn inspire us to create the very best. So how does somebody cope in the Cypriot business environment, especially which is a small market with distinctive characteristics? Taking initiatives. For example, now amid the pandemic, Top Kinesis, we avail our expertise and knowledge with the universities of Cyprus and the Cyprus Institute of Management, discussing the consequences of the pandemic and the restart after the COVID. Strong network, you need to do it on a high level, like the Ministry of Tourism, the Association of Travel Agents. Brand yourself. You have to really do it in a nice, elegant way, full in control and being focused. You have to have many ideas, state your ideas and views clearly on matters of interest at the time. Bind the team, inspire your staff, your collaborators, listen to them, share your anxieties with them. Being transparent, ethical, honest, and persistent is of high importance. Often I'm asked of what or who has helped me to be where I am today professionally. The answer is that it is my character that helped me primarily really to be where I am today. Skills and qualifications were of great importance too, but my willingness to be an achiever has driven me to work hard, to gain experience and get established. I love my job and I consider it my hobby too. Therefore, I inspire my team to create all these wonderful new experiences for our customers, while at the same time, I inspire and I enthuse our customer that this new destination is not to be missed no matter what. I am decisive and courageous. Therefore, I take clear-cut decisions even under pressure, and I stand firm on my principles because I believe this way you can be justified in the long term. Being resourceful is important in my field. I see what needs to be done in especially difficult situations, and I explore possible means of solving problems in a calm manner. I always plan my time well. I am firm with meeting deadlines, and I consciously try to improve my work habits, and I always lead by example. Is there a glass ceiling for women entrepreneurs? My answer and my example, I believe, is that I have always been interested about the development and expansion of the tourism industry in Cyprus and abroad. I am informed and involved about what is going on a global level. For this reason, I have a huge network of business associates and friends from the industry worldwide. Often, I'm invited to deposit my views in conferences, panel discussions, and international fora. For example, I was invited to be a speaker in Madrid at the meeting of the ministers of tourism in Europe under the European presidency of Spain. The same happened under the presidency of Cyprus, where I spoke at the meeting of the European ministers of commerce and industry. I have real good business friends from Alaska to Africa with whom I transact business with honesty and integrity. These valuable relationships were built over 37 years of close cooperation. Do note also that women, us, we have the advantage of a higher emotional intelligence, equally important to IQ. Women in decision-making, I felt that early enough, I should be where the decisions were taken. Thus, I am in a world of opening borders, instantaneous communication, and the unwavering demands of people exploring the globe. I believe it's important to build on core strengths. My aim is to achieve more global integration and acquire more customers. My inspirations. The three pillars: educate travelers, inspire youth. I serve on the boards of the universities where I do mentoring and I help other young entrepreneurs. Service above self. My involvement in Rotary and World Vision also gives me enormous pleasure and pride to give back to the less fortunate. The aspects of women that should be considered, they're all these that you see below on the screen. I feel that the key to successful entrepreneurial exercises are the honest, transparent, and significant human relationships. This is the way I work, and I am enthused when our travelers tell us that the trips we design are unique dream holidays. Is it worth it? I would reply 100%, even after 37 years, you always feel the best is yet to come. And my advice would be a positive approach to difficult situations. Be honest and close to all the people you collaborate with. Listen to them carefully. Be practical in your decisions and raise your points in business and professional discussions in a constructive way, speaking sense and essence without a lot of sentiment. Use technology, saves time and money. Be responsible, plan your career advancement to the next step. Do take care of your society and be an active global citizen. My motto: on your own, you can win battles. With a good team, you can win relationships. And as last message, women, we are the majority of the population on Earth. It's a fact that they make most of the decisions in the family concerning expenditure and the house management. To have women in leadership positions safeguards the basic objective for steady development of the economy, continuous improvement of the standard of living, and prosperity and welfare of all people. Women tend to be multitasking, imaginative, creative, and work collectively, using their strengths needed today for innovative solutions to problems and needs. Experience tells us that life is to be interpreted not simply in terms of things, but in terms of ideas and values. Therefore, I urge men to respect women as equal counterparts and provide them the chances, while at the same time, I urge women to persevere with their knowledge and personality to be there where the decisions are taken. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much, Madame Tanao, for your remarkable vision and determination and contribution to the world of entrepreneurship. You gave us good advice, and I really wish you the best yet to come.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. At this point, I would like to remind our participants that the Q&A session will be held after the presentation of all panelists. Please send all your questions and comments to the Q&A chat room. Thank you. Our next speaker is Madame Sirivimo Kitafanic. Madame Kitafanic is the founder, just one moment that I lost. Yes, Madame Kitafanic is the founder and CEO of Rai Ren Rom Organic Farm Experience. This organic farm is used for organic lifestyle workshops, farm stays, activities, farm cafes, and raising organic products. The goal is to build a social innovation by promoting an organic lifestyle and provide knowledge of sustainable living. Rai Ruen Rom wants to raise awareness for consumers to understand the importance of organic farming and ways to support organic farmers as well. So let's give a warm welcoming to Madame Kitafanic.
Hi everybody. My name is Apple, my nickname, and I would like to tell you about, a little bit about Rybin Rome. We wanted this place to be a sustainable living learning center, and we situated in Chiang Rai, up north of Thailand. And my motto is to living harmonious with others and the land. And this is the space. You can see the farm cafe, and then we have a learning space and organic farm. I started this place about 7 years ago. I actually graduated from media communication in Australia, but after I graduate, I trying to figure myself what I want to do in the future. And then I realized that I want to help the villagers to find the way to be sustainable in their own ways. So I adapted this model of the King Rama 9. It's the sufficiency economy philosophy, where we take the moderation, prudence, and reasonableness to be the models that to make it balance, to make the sharing economy happen. Also, this is the national model, but in the international model, we also consider to increase the good health and well-being, and also provide a better quality of education for the villagers, and also responsible consumption and production inside the farm, and also partnership for the goals. We also trying to make the villagers know how to make a living by using organic way. So this way, we believe that it's good for the people and good for the nature as well. So inside the farm, we also providing our own solar cell farm system. So we don't have the water and electricity, so we make our own solar cell farm system. So that this could be a model for people can come and learn about how the electricity started and how can we make it ourselves as well. So we also have the model of the eco house by using the green energy, and we adapt the organic lifestyle where we wanted everyone to enjoy organic by not have to force themselves, but also they can enjoy by eating, staying, and sleeping. Also learn about the nature. We also use that experience because we feel that if everyone get to have their own, make them have their own experience, like staying in organic farm, eating in our cafe, and learning our activities, and sleep in a solar house, this will make them realize by themselves. And we want it to be a place where farmers can connect it back to the eaters that as well, that they can understand where the food come from and value the food even more. So this is we trying to the people who work with us, 100% are local, and we want them to learn about organic lifestyle, and also they can do it back to their house as well. So we produce fresh and also varieties like rice as well, and dry groups. And this is the restaurant cafes where people can enjoy eating the organic food with the creative menus like bakery, drinks, food. So that because when I try to help them develop to make a sustainable lifestyle, I found out that the real problem that they are having is about marketing and about communication. So so I use the tourism is a way for people to experience life and explore the true passion. Also the agro learning activities with the kids, because I believe that when learning is fun, we all learn. So we can experience by our hands, by our feet. So there are many activities. So we want to encourage everyone that even the women can set up a company and also look after the people. Right now in our company, we have about 60 people, because for our philosophy, we believe that problems are not to make us, problems will make us become stronger. So these are the visitors who come and learn and experience our activities with the kids, with the family, feeding the goats. So we believe that to set up a sustainable place, we need both sides to understand, both the customers as well and the farmers. So we are the center. We want to connect people to come back to one another, and also for people to back to nature as well. So we encourage all the students, all the university people who wants to come and learn how to become an entrepreneur in business, social enterprise. If you want to connect us, you can look further in Raibun Rome and also in the website. Thank you. Hear me?
Thank you, Madam Kitafanic. I just can't see my image, but I can. I know you have finished. Maybe there is just some difficulty now. Yes. Thank you, Madam Kitafanic, for such a beautiful initiative. I can see myself visiting you as soon as the pandemic is over. I will invite my family and we'll get to know your beautiful environment. Thank you so much.
The back of the photo is also the farm area, my farm area.
Yes, yes, I imagine so. Thank you. Our third speaker will be Madame Nailia Ziganshina. Madame Ziganshina is president of the All-Russian organization Muslim. Just a second again, I lost my screen. Okay. Just a second. Okay. President of the All-Russian Organization Muslim Women Union and General Director of the company Halal Lifestyle. In 2016, Madame Ziganshina opened the first international Islamic shopping center in Moscow, Russia, called Barakat. Moreover, she serves as head of the Business Women Department of the International Association of the Islamic Business. So join with me to welcome Madame Ziganshina.
Dear participants of the International Forum of Women's Entrepreneurship, I would like to express my deep gratitude to the organizer of the Forum International Women's Federation for World Peace for the opportunity to meet and to establish cooperation. I hope that the forum will be useful and fruitful for the development of an international platform for women's business. For 15 years, the All-Russian Public Organization, Union of Muslim Women of Russia, has been implementing social, charitable, family, and cultural projects. We have created an international family creation center. From all over the world, we approached in search of a wife or a husband. We have a launch candidate base with representatives working in the regions. We also opened a family preservation center. We help to establish mutual understanding, solve crisis issues between spouses. We founding the International Union of Muslim Designers. Since 2006, we have been holding international festivals, competitions, and Muslim fashion shows. During this period of work, we have helped to reveal the talents of many fashion designers. Women became not only fashion designers, they began to open fashion boutiques, tuning studios, and provided job opportunities for the female population. 2020 was a year of testing and rethink many words. Understanding that women's entrepreneurship will help solve the problems of many families. Our team began to create projects for the development of women's businesses connected to the products that are made by women. There are a lot of craftsmen and manufacturers around us, but still there's a problem with sales of goods. We have created a communal company, Heli Lifestyle, for the development, promotion, and sales of goods made in Russia. We are looking for sales markets. What products do we present? Food that meets standards of being environmentally friendly, healthy for the body. Collections and clothing of the best designers of Russia. Children's clothing made of natural fabrics, home goods. Tourism, travel in Russia, and medical tourism in the best clinics of the country. In the regions of the Russian Federation, the best producers were selected, the products were tested, and now they are ready to offer the highest quality food products on international markets. We are concerned about health and beauty issues. Especially women want to prolong their youth and stay healthy for a long time. We chose the best manufacturers of cosmetic, health products, and clinics where you can restore your health. We will be happy to cooperate, jointly develop women's businesses, exchange experience, develop export relations, and find buyers for your products. The world develops if businesses cooperation is growing, mutual understanding is strengthened, bridges of friendship between countries are built, and women unite. Women able to promote public diplomacy, to solve conflicts and misunderstanding, to make a decent country the closest in the hearts of the country. Women represent peace, friendship, and cooperation. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Madame Ziganshina. an amazing and important project that you have developed. Just 1 second, because I have to fix here. Yes, okay. Yes. And I'm sure participants will be happy to ask you questions and get more information, including about the halal lifestyle that is mentioned in your information. I would like to make a friendly reminder, and that is that we will have the question and answer session after the panelists' presentation. And so please send all your questions and comments onto the Q&A chat room. Thank you. Our fourth and last panelist speaker today is Madame Megumi Hagiuda. Madame Hagiuda is the founder of Africa Rose. After graduating from a US university, she worked for a major pharmaceutical company before moving to Kenya in 2011. When she saw how the local people had gotten used to fundings and aids, she came to the conclusion that she wanted to get involved in an equal position, not as a grant provider, but as a businesswoman. Fascinated by the richness of Africa's nature, Africa's people and culture, as well as roses with vitality, she launched Africa Rose in 2012 in Japan. Her works were broadcasted in Japanese and American media several times. So let's welcome Madame Hagiuda.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I appreciate. My name is Megumi Hagiuda, and I will share with you my experience and the best roses in the world that I fell in love with. Okay. Here is my presentation. Okay. So the brand name is Africa Rose. The K, you write Africa with C usually, but K is for Kenya because those roses, beautiful roses, are from Kenya. Okay, here is my self-introduction. I'm Megumi and born in 1981 in Tokyo. I graduated from California State University in 2004. And I joined a pharmaceutical company in Japan in 2005. And I quit the company in 2011. And I went to Kenya as a volunteer in 2011. And I came back to Japan in 2012. And I opened my business, Africa Rose. My hobbies are gardening, yoga. I love beers, beach resort. And I'm also a mother of 3 years old boy. So the roses are imported from Kenya. As you can see, it takes 17 hours by flight, and Kenya produces the best quality roses in the world because Kenya is on the equator. So the sunshine time is longer than any other area in the globe. And also, the rose farms are located in the high elevation, about 2,500 meters from the sea level. So the night and morning time and daytime temperature differences is very big. That's why it's the best condition for the good roses. In the rose farms, there are about 2,000 workers are growing roses every day, and 80% is women, and they are happily growing roses every day. The roses are harvested and delivered to the airport in Nairobi, and it's exported to worldwide, mainly to Europe. And only a little bit amount is imported to Japan. After arriving in Japan, these roses are arriving to my shop. We have 2 shops in Tokyo and 1 online shop, and we make rose bouquet and ship rose bouquet to all over Japan. In our shop, we have 20 to 30 varieties of roses. When you imagine rose, maybe you will think of only red rose or yellow or maybe white rose, but actually there are 30,000 varieties in the world, and we are importing 20 to 30 varieties from Kenya. And one of the best my favorite thing about roses from Kenya is the pattern and the color. The gradation with pale pink and light green, or orange and red gradation, and also a marble pattern of pink and white. So it's very beautiful. And the size of the flower is bigger than the regular roses. And also the stem is thicker. And the base life is as twice long as the regular roses. So it lasts more than 1 week or more than 1 month or even 2 months, according to our customers. So it's very energetic and strong roses. These are our staffs. We have about 20 staffs working together. So now I will explain why I arrived to this rose business. When I was in college, I attended Model United Nations. We've discussed about global issues such as climate change or poverty, how to solve poverty. And before attending that session, this global issue was outside of my problem. But by attending this session, I realized this is my problem as a global citizen, and I wanted to become a part which solves the problems, not making the problem. But at the same time, some questions popped up in my head, such as, are they really in trouble, suffering, or are they even really poor, or do they need our support? Because many NGOs are supporting them. And aren't we destroying their natural tradition? By answering my own question, I needed to go there and talk to people there. And after graduating my college, I came back to Japan and worked for 6 years, and I quit when I was 29 years old. I went to Kenya as a volunteer. And there I was building a primary school in the countryside. And at that time, unemployment rate in Kenya was 40% according to United Nations. So I was surprised. And then although I was building primary schools, many schools, but there are children who couldn't go to school, although there are schools in front of them, because the parents are out of job, so that children would have to help making money so that they couldn't go to school. So assuring job is a very important part. That was my key learning. And I also, when I visited primary school, the head teacher asked me, "How can I help you?" he said. And then why did he say that? Because many NGOs, NPOs are coming and going. donating and giving them some schools and waters and wells. So they are used to getting things from NGOs and NPOs. So when I faced that situation, I thought, am I weakening them or making them even dependent, not independent? So I was very shocked, and I thought how I can relate with them. And then one day I met roses in Nairobi. And the roses, when I found these roses, they are so beautiful and shining and so strong. And I fell in love with these roses. And I asked this gentleman who was selling the roses. So I haven't seen such strong and elegant and vivid roses. So is it even roses? And then he said, yeah, it's rose. They are roses. And Kenya produces the best quality roses. So I was surprised because in Japan, I was not familiar with Kenyan roses. So I Googled, then I found out Kenya produce one of the best roses in the world. So then I thought importing these roses and making joy to Japanese people, and then it will make job opportunity in Kenya. This is the whole ecosystem is very sustainable and not only donating, but also it's a very natural way to spread happiness and love. That's my thought. And then in 2012, I imported roses for the first time, and now I am here after almost 10 years. And then the staffs in rose farms are increasing, and now there are 2,000 employees in rose farm in Kenya. And we, once a year, we visited a tour to communicate with them. And also in COVID-19 hit, and we have many innovations. Maybe I will talk about it later. And one thing that I wanted to share is that we calculated how much CO2 is produced by growing and keeping roses, and we donate Kenyan NGO to offset CO2 that we talked about in our group, and we applied after COVID-19. And many of our customers participate in this action. So I'm so proud of this. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Madame Hagiuda, for letting us learn about such a brave and well-thought project. Very, very inspiring. How beautiful must be to sell roses, already so beautiful, so good item to sell. Thank you very much. And I would like to thank you, ladies, for your inspiring messages and contributions to empowering women worldwide. When we learn about real experiences such as the ones the panelists shared with us, it becomes really encouraging because it shows that it is possible to take on a creative initiative and become productive and also be successful. So let's give a round of applause to all of our distinguished panelists. if you panelists could hear all our friends, participants applauding you, you would be very, very happy, but be sure they are applauding you. So we are going to move on now to the question and answer session. And I will be getting them very soon. Thank you for having sent them to our chatting box. And okay. Okay, I have a few questions. And this is a question addressed to Madame Tanao. What are the main aspects to build a team spirit? That's the question, Madame Tanao.
Okay, thank you very much. Yes, I believe it's leadership by example. And any leader should inspire the team, as I mentioned in my address, with their, let's say, vision, their anxieties, their whatever you need to address, you need to share it with your partners, with your collaborators. So you build this relationship with anybody, either your staff or your collaborators, so you aim together towards the scope. And definitely somebody has to get out of his, her comfort zone, do the extra mile in order to achieve things, because it's not easy. I saw a question before on the chat, was it more difficult for a woman to achieve this? Yes, I think I had to work double the effort than any man, and then I should speak out. I should, let's say, be able to be concerned about issues in my company, in my society, address them, and they show by example, yes, that I can really give solutions to difficult problems. And I think the projects that the rest of the ladies are doing, amazing, amazing. You mentioned Kenya. South Africa is my favorite destination. I visited South Africa 30 times. I visited Kenya as well, and I didn't know that their roses are the best. Thank you for letting us know about this unique product.
Thank you, Madame Tanao. So lead by example, share everything, and aim together towards the goal. Some of your advice. Thank you. Thank you. Our next question is by Zoe Bennett. Was it more difficult to succeed because you were a woman, or what are the advantages? Well, or was it an advantage? Sorry, was it more difficult to succeed because you were a woman, or was it an advantage? I think it was to Madame Tanao, but if any of the speakers would like to answer to this question, you will be welcome. Let's start with Madame Tanao, if you would like to say anything.
Yes, it was more difficult because I had to be established. And when you come in especially on the boards of directors, I sit today on 12 boards, which are very important. The Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Cyprus Invest, Cyprus Integrity Forum. The majority are men, and I'm just the only woman on the board. Yes, you need really to speak essence, sense. You don't have to express all the time feelings, which women, we are more, let's say, sentimental. And then you have to show them long-term that if you are correct, you will be, the will turn your way. I don't know if I'm well understood in this. Probably women, we want to be more sharing. Women are, women, we tend to be more for our family, for our kids. Men are not like that. Men, they just read numbers and that's it. You spoke about sustainability. That's very, very important. when I speak in the board of directors here, even in Top Guinness, it's about this sustainability, and the board is all men and I'm the only woman. They take it that is, you know, high end things, but it's very, very important. We are more careful with these issues, and it takes us, let's say, longer to convince men, but long term, yes, if we're right, they will turn our own way and be correct.
Thank you. Thank you, Madame Ziganshina. No, Megin Ziganshina, yes. The question
включила
was,
я на русском скажу только, Оленька. Вот,
shall I
полностью
repeat the question?
М,
Okay, good.
Оля. Всё.
We are not listening to and hearing anything.
Мгм. Я полностью присоединяюсь, поддерживаю и считаю, что что женщины, они сильные. Во всем мире говорят, что слабые люди, но они не слабые, они же сильные, потому что женщина — это мама, она и ради своих детей, ради будущего, ради того, чтобы в обществе царила гармония, взаимопонимание, сильнее женщины никого нет на свете.
Excuse me, if you want to hear in English, you have to go to Russian translation. Yes, now, yes. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Madame Ziganshina. So I would invite Madame Hagiuda this time, if you'd like to contribute to this, to answering this question.
Okay. For being a woman is advantage or not is the question, right? Okay. So in my case, it's Rose is very lady-like product, so and it's very advantage for me. It was very much because people will think of me, and you know I will wear the red dress or something would remind them of roses every time I see people. So it was very advantage for me. But
okay.
When I go to bank or some negotiation with big corporation, I bring my partner, which is a guy or a gentleman, and I will go with him.
Okay.
And the calculation or some numbers thing, I'm not good at numbers at all. So May will do that for me.
Thank you. Thank you. And we would like to hear from Madame Kitafanic.
Yes, for me, I would say is advantage because when people hear about my story, because my background, actually, I live in Bangkok, not just because I'm a woman, but I am representing city people. And then I moved out of the city, and then show them that a woman can also set up a business in the middle of nowhere in the forest, and helping a lot of women to be employed and then improve their skills. I think it makes people inspired that every woman can make a difference.
Yes, thank you. I have another question for Madame Kitafanich, and it's how did you get the capital to create your business?
My first capital is actually from my family. I asked, the land actually is actually my dad's land that has been he didn't develop anything for more than 30 years, and he just wanted to sell. So I asked him whether I can go up and then start up a learning center place. I started with the learning center, but then after 2 years, I set up a social enterprise because I wanted to make it sustainable. So I tried to help the villagers and also the community through business. So by using the people, planet, and also profit so that it could be sustained. So I've been doing this for about 7 years.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Yes, we have to imagine that this is a process. It doesn't begin like with that farm at the back there, so beautiful. It is a process of growing and investing and growing and working hard.
It was the empty land.
Empty land it was. Yes, I can imagine. Yes. I have one question for Mrs. Ziganshina, and it is, what does it mean, an Islamic business? It seems you mentioned that in your presentation, and there is this question.
Это ассоциация бизнесменов со всего
And
мира.
we have to go to Russian to hear in English.
Это ассоциация бизнесменов, мусульман, представителей Российской Федерации и бизнесменов из 20 стран мира. Они объединились на основе исламских ценностей и создают инфраструктуру. То есть решили заниматься созиданием, строительством, открытием различных центров.
Sorry to interrupt you, Madame Ziganshina. I'm not hearing you hearing English in Russian. I don't know if it's me or if it's okay with everybody else.
Please go to English channel to hear the translation.
Okay, all right.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Оля, значит, это ассоциация бизнесменов Российской Федерации и бизнесменов из 20 стран мира. Совместные проекты, совместное инвестирование поможет создать и помогает создавать инфраструктуру. То есть заниматься различными проектами, которые будут открывать, создавать, делать жизнь населения, улучшать жизнь населения. Оля. Да. И основная задача – это, вы знаете, если даже это ассоциация исламского бизнеса, то задача помогать не только мусульманам, но и людям со всего мира. То есть не разделяя ни по каким национальным или конфессиональным признакам. И ассоциация мусульманских бизнесменов означает, что они создают фонд, вкладывают средства, а это уже материальная помощь для различных проектов. То есть они из части своего бизнеса выделяют финансирование для различных проектов, для открытия женских, детских центров, молодежных центров, чтобы дать возможность реализации социально важных проектов, объектов.
Okay. Have you finished? I'm not sure because there is some time between your speech and the translation. Have you finished? Yes. Thank you very much. It's very interesting that all of you mentioned helping society, doing charity, investing part of your benefit to support others. And this is very much into, I wouldn't say that it's not in man's heart, but it's very much into woman's heart. Thank you. I have two more questions. Actually, they go to Mrs. Hagiuda. They are quite practical questions. What are the main problems to manage a type of production that is fresh and must be sent far away by air transport? How do you handle that?
Thank you very much for the question. So it takes only 17 hours by flight from Kenyan airport to Japanese airport. So it's only 17 hours, and the temperature is from 5 to 12 Celsius in the airplane. So it is it stays fresh. Even within Japan, there are some rose farms within Japan, and then from harvesting to the market to the shop, it takes 2 to 3 days. So comparing to national chain, how can I say, national delivery process, it's not very long at all. It's the approximately same duration it takes from harvesting to our shop. It takes only 2 to 3 days. So it's completely fresh. And we import twice a week. And we offer customers very, very fresh, not opened yet. It's soon to be open, nice fresh roses to every customers. And of course, we have some loss. It's left over roses every day, but we calculate according to the data last year, and we specifically manage not to waste roses. But of course, there are some waste, but we have discount bouquet for 1 week old fresh bouquet for discount prices. And also after that, we have we display these roses in front of the shop, and only maybe 100 roses per week we have waste, but it goes to another project, which is flower loss, stop the flower loss project. So it will be dried rose, and it will display to many like hotels or cafes. So we are trying 100% sustainable way. We are doing our best.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We have some more time for questions, which is very good because usually webinars are short of time for that, but you were very generous when you did your presentations. So This question would go to Mrs. Kitafanich. Have you always used solar energy in your farm? Is it enough? Is it effective enough as other means of power?
Okay, we used the solar panels since the start, but I lived without electricity for at least a year before we starting to set up the solar cells the second year. So right now we are using the alternative energy 100%. So we use mainly the solar powers. Also, we have battery to keep for the at night time. So we have energy at night. So we use the battery to storage the power. Also, we use the biogas to be a second support as well. So the biogas is made from the goat manure to produce the electricity. So we have a goat, the goat house, and the poof directly goes to the biogas. And we use manure and also grass mainly to produce the electricity. So we wanted to make a model so that people can come and learn and how they can adapt the alternative energy anywhere in the world. So this is like an island mode where people can learn that and even though we produce our own electricity, we also still have to calculate what we do and also our behavior. I learned that through this experience that I experienced this time. I learned that, like, for example, the dryer, the hair dryer, one time used about, it's like you open 10,000 light at the same time, just when you blow the hair. So we want people to learn about their behavior that affects the environment and how we can help the environment and also be careful about our behavior and improve our behavior even more.
Yes.
And through
Definitely.
the creativity like activities so that people don't get boring about the knowledge, but we want to make it fun. And the kids can learn from when they're young, and then even the adults can come and experience the way you live in the solar house. So even you live in the solar house, it will be like, oh, sorry, there'll be no fridge. We have a limitation for people to understand. But our solar house have air conditioning. Yes, and also and then people can come and ask if you want to have a fridge, you can just increase the battery and then have more panels. So it's just depend on your behavior with the energy. So you can create your own electricity by apply to your behavior.
Thank you. I have one question for Mrs. Tanau, and now we have to start to use just 1 or 2 minutes the most for answering the questions, because we are not running out of time completely, but we are coming to a close. How were you able to manage the travel business during the pandemic?
Okay, it was, of course, very, very difficult times. I think it's the worst experience that we had. We went through crisis before, and financial crisis and so on. But I think this pandemic, for 1 year, we were closed. I mean, we couldn't do anything because the airports were closed, no flights, people could not travel. And probably that gave us a good time to think ahead and see what we will do next. In 2020, by sitting in our offices without doing anything, any business, we lost 620,000 euros. You can imagine. That, of course, gave us another lesson that we need to really care and keep a cushion for difficult times. And thank God we did that. We're a company that were very, very sensible always. So we manage this difficult time. We have 75 people staff. We had to keep them because they are experienced. They are with us more than 30 years. Therefore, we wanted really to be correct with them above all. Now, we expect that on the 1st of April, the airports opened. We managed to receive a few tourists at the beginning, only that they are vaccinated from Israel, UK, and Russia. They are our number 3 top clients. So slowly, we are trying to keep with this situation, and we expect in May onwards to be able also as Cypriots being vaccinated by that time to be able to send people abroad as well in safe places. We charter our own flights in July and August to the Greek islands, which is only an hour flight from Cyprus. So that's a short flight for people to go and have holidays. So we expect that we will be able this year, 2021, to manage a less difficult year. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, we are all looking forward to this time again when we can travel freely and get to know to places that we need to know, that we want to know, we want to visit. Thank you. Our last question is to Mrs. Ziganshina. Where was it? One moment. What does it mean? No. I just saw it hanging. Is the Russian government welcoming your business? That's the question. Is the Russian government welcoming your business?
Правительство поддерживает, потому что когда действительно компании, которые создаются, фонды, ассоциации, которые открываются, они свою энергию, свою работу, свою деятельность направляют для улучшения жизни населения, окружающих людей, конечно же, эти все проекты поддерживаются правительством, то есть дают нам все возможности, предоставляют все возможности, поэтому мы очень благодарны. Выражаем им свою благодарность только.
Okay. Thank you, Mrs. Ziganshina, Madame Ziganshina. So it's possible that we haven't answered, that the panelists haven't had the chance to answer all the questions, but we will be putting them together and sending the questions to them so that they know.
Oh,
Russia.
for the Japanese translator, if you can go back to Japanese translation. Thank you.
Okay. So thank you very much. Before closing the webinar, I have a small announcement to make. And that's that the WFWP, Women's Federation for World Peace International, celebrates its 29th anniversary tomorrow. We are happy to invite all of our panelists and participants to attend the celebration event right after this webinar. Please, you can find the celebration link, the event link, on the chat box or the meeting ID on your screen now. We will have congratulatory remarks by the International President and the Senior Vice President, and we will feature a congratulatory video and more. We hope to see you all there. So, distinguished panelists and participants, thank you for beautiful initiatives by the panelists. It gives us so much hope and inspiration. And thank you, participants, for being there and allowing us to have this give and take together. This concludes the WFWP Women webinar on women entrepreneurship. Thank you very, very much. Have a wonderful celebration and day.